Hello everybody, my name is Scatter, welcome back to Divine Journey 2. So, setting out to fill up this new tartaric gem, and I realized it's definitely going to be worth it to put some enchantments on the sentient sword, but I don't know what ended up happening to all the enchanted books. I mean, I do remember them. Oh, the disenchantment generator. Oh, they're all over here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? No, let's do it anyway, because this is going to come in handy in the future. I could probably go without doing this now, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go ahead and make the enchanter from Endereo. Now, the auto enchantment table, there's definitely a quest for that, which I may already have. Did I actually make? Oh, I did make that already. It was used for the typesetting table, right? Okay. Well, the enchanter itself is not too hard to make now, and I assume you can pipe this stuff in as you could with the other stuff. Doesn't appear so, but what we definitely do want to make here, enchantment costs 36. It says that we don't have that, which we don't. That's true. We can grab it. Shame that you can't pipe stuff in. That's okay though. With the enchanter, this is good because we can just create any enchanted book we want. So this is sharpness 5. I don't know why that's so loud. Seems like it's louder than other stuff. And we can also go ahead and get Unbreaking 2. We have another Unbreaking 2 here. Do I not have another Unbreaking 2? I thought I did. Did I just accidentally like... Unbreaking 2. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so with this we can just create any enchantment we want. It's not too bad. Even like Mending takes like a Nether Star, which at this point for us is not difficult to get whatsoever. So really not a concern anymore. And then we have the auto anvil here, which we're just piping stuff into all the time. There's Unbreaking 3. So we got Unbreaking 3, sharpness 5, mending. That's pretty much all we would want on it, right? I guess I could put looting on just in case, or just for the sake of it, but like those are the most important things here, I think. You know, we might as well just go ahead and put all the stuff on. It's not like it really costs us much. So 9 skeleton skulls, that's going to be looting 3. And then, or no, that only took 3 skulls. And then some iron, that's going to be sweeping edge. And then we could throw all those together in the anvil. There's like some order to it that would be a little bit more efficient, but it really doesn't matter too much because we have not infinite, certainly not infinite, but experience that... it's a lot of experience. So now we have a fully enchanted sentient sword, and I should have a lot easier time at this point getting together all of this will. So again, I will go and do that because it's pretty boring. It's pretty much just farming a bunch of mobs, but once it's full, then we'll get to using it. All right, we're full up on will on the lesser gem here, 256. So it needs 80 minimum. So it should be enough to do 6 of these hastes for us here. So that's going to be cookie jar, glowstone, sugar block, and our haste potion. And it only uses up 12, I believe. So yeah, we should be pretty easily able to make 6 of these haste reagents, to make 2 of the holy cores, to make 1 of the promise of tenacity 2, which is great. Now, haste reagent, I'm assuming tier 2? Are you going to be here? Yeah, okay. So it's haste, wizards, frost, and growth. And the cool thing about the tier 2 reagents, as opposed to the essences, is that you don't actually need to like build up the previous one to make it. It's just separate ingredients. The only thing that makes it a tier 2 is the need to build the next type of gem, which for us, we've done. So now when we need to make these, it's not going to be so much of an issue. Now, the Hellfire Forge is something that I also don't know can be if it can be automated. I assume it can be automated in a similar way to the alchemy table. Once we need a lot of stuff there, then we're going to have to set that up as well. But yeah, for now it looks good. So we got 6 haste reagents, and I did go ahead and teach the machine how to auto-craft this because... there are a lot of kind of annoying things to get here. So It needs to know how to make the strengthened catalyst, and it needs the orb. Everything else is looking good, though. So let's see. Strengthened catalyst. That's another alchemy table thing. And because it is going to take 2 separate sort of slots, I am going to have to babysit that one as well and probably remake some clumps. But that's okay. We can just manage. So let's go ahead and throw that into here as well. I think blood magic has its own like sort of automation ritual for that somehow, but we're going to manage with this so far. So let's throw the orb in so it can use that. And now are you good? Probably thinks it takes 2 orbs. No, but it's missing tin clumps. So let's go get some more tin clumps. Actually, if I remember, there should be some in this machine already that I just didn't let finish. Yeah, okay, so just about a stack should be plenty. Throw those in. And you want 2 of those. Boom. Okay. So everything should be fine except for this, which we are going to have to babysit a little bit. Now, what is the issue here? It's trying to make 2 things at once. So I'll just take all this out into my inventory and just make sure that it can sort of do its thing. Now it needs... It's using the apprentice orb for the crafting, like, intermittently. So I'm going to go ahead and take the weak orb, which is not going to be good enough for this, right? This is the right recipe. Yeah, the weak orb isn't good enough for that. We're going to have to cancel this autocraft, I think. Because it doesn't quite work the way I want it to. Because it's not exposing the orb to me. Because it's trying to use it for an autocraft. So if I throw that in there, now that'll work. Of course, now the issue is all the other stuff. So I can throw this stuff back in that I just took from it. I guess this was already just sitting in the interface, which makes sense. Makes enough sense to me. So alchemy table, what else does that need? Oh, the other catalyst, right? Okay. Yeah, so like full autocraft of this stuff, not quite possible right now, but looks like we have everything. We just need 3 more strengthened catalysts, 6 more ethers. Yeah, that's it. We'll just autocraft everything except for the final craft. That should be fine. 7 sanctuses. Okay. Yeah, so I'll get all this crafted up. AE2, you know, it's not fully auto-crafting with the stuff in it right now, but it's a helper. AE2 is working great as a helper tool right now. So I can't really complain too much about that, but let me get all the ingredients and then get the holy cores. Okay, it doesn't need to use the alchemy table to autocraft any of this now. So it doesn't know that the orb isn't going to get used up by the autocrafting, which I wasn't sure that it would, but it does, which is good. So I'll grab that, throw it back in the alchemy table before I forget. I'm probably going to need to refill this at some point as well. But we have the holy cores, and then with these, we can throw them together with some glod, 2 of the bowls of promises, and the gold promise acceptor. And then we get the next tier. Now, the thing here, you actually need to run the bowls of promises back through to get them to be strength 1. And this is going to take a little bit of blood. I believe 10 buckets. It's hard to tell. And maybe 10 buckets. I don't know. It's a manageable amount. I think a creeper just exploded, but that's fine. Yeah. So now we just need our haste. No, we used those for the holy core. Right. They're used up. They're gone. Now we can make the promise of tenacity 2. There we go. There. Very cool. And we get some haste back, which is good because we need it for this quest here for the incense altar. Not sure if we're going to be doing that quite yet. But now we get some dust and we can get some diamond promise acceptor. So we throw this in for the next tier or just replace it. And I'm not sure what the other slots are for then if you're just meant to replace these. But now we hold 160 buckets. Still have about, 222 in reserve, plus these 160. So we're still doing pretty good on blood, I would say. And now the Diamond Promise Acceptor. That's going to be Empowered Demon Block, which is not too bad. That'll take a while to craft up. And then let's have a look at these dust here, because I believe this pedestal, blood automation, I have to assume is blood and automation. That's going to be really how we are really meant to automate this. So not with the other stupid bullshit, just with this. So neutral reagent, we're going to need we're going to need to make some more progress in blood magic reagents and before we can move on to the dust, I think. Seems like that is going to be the way to go. So can leave that, get another petty gem back, which is fine. So we're going to have to get the common gem, which is another 3 of these cores. So I need a holy core, growth reagent, that looks pretty easy to make. And then wizard's reagent looks pretty easy to make as well. So really it's just the haste one with these potions. That is going to be hard to make, but I have a few. I still have this setup here that I can do. Apparently an advanced filter would solve my problem here. I just have to have it match NBT to pull out the correct potions and nothing else, which makes enough sense to me. We'll just have to get that set up if we do end up needing more potions, but let's just get everything together to make more progress in the chapter. And I have all the ingredients to make the other 3 tier 2 reagents that we haven't made yet. And I figured now would be a good time as any to test out the automation capabilities of the Hellfire Forge. Now again, the alchemy table sidedness was top for the orb, which for the Hellfire Forge would be the gem, right? And the sides were for the input and the bottom was for the output. I do not know if it's going to have the same sidedness, but we can at least test it out. So we'll hook up the interface there, and I've made the patterns for these. And let's throw in the gem. So let's go try it out. So we should now be able to make reagent. So wizard's reagent. So all of the stuff that we need is there. So let's go check it out. It looks like it just works. Now this isn't going to automatically pull, but if I pull from the side, now it was able to insert on the top. Let's get some conduits. Is this going to be smart enough? Unlike the alchemy table, is this going to be smart enough to only pull actual outputs, or is it going to pull the gem as well? It does pull the gem as well. However, I could just filter it and tell it not to pull the gems, right? So let's get the gem back out. Lesser Tartaric gem. Let's get a filter. And stick the filter in there. We're going to blacklist Tartaric gems. And now for this one, I assume it'll be fine with the metadata, right? Because the amount of will, that's not MBT, right? That's what you would consider metadata, I believe. My one worry is that it's going to pull inputs as well, which wouldn't surprise me. We can change that to a whitelist and only pull the actual reagents. What is that? Air. Okay, so let's make the frost one. Is that working? I have a feeling that it didn't. I have a feeling it pulled out all the inputs. Yeah, almost definitely that's what happened. So let's go ahead and just switch that over to whitelist mode. The bad part about this is that, you know, you're going to whitelist, you're gonna have to whitelist everything you want to make in here. But really, that's not so bad, right? So we want growth, frost, and wizards are what we have in there now. And they all look the damn same. Which is annoying, but we can get there. There's frost. Wizards, it's gotta be the only like purple one here. There we go. Okay, so with that whitelist, now we should be able to auto-craft in here. So that's not gonna get pulled out. No way, no how. And now let's make one of these and we'll make one of these. And that should go over really, really smoothly. It inserts into the output slot. You're kidding me. You are completely kidding me. Wow. Oh, I'm really mad about that. Okay. Maybe there's a way around it, but... I mean, to be fair. Okay, really mad is an overstatement, but still, that really sucks. Okay, well, we'll just finish out that craft. Give it a little push along. But I guess auto-crafting, unless you want to go like one thing at a time, and I guess that's going to have to be the way it is. That sucks. Why are you bad? I mean, I guess maybe it's just the mod wants to lock other forms of auto-crafting behind later things in the mod, which is fine, I suppose. Is this not wizard's reagent? Oh. Okay, so there's our tier 2, and we can get another one now. I'm almost certain that haste is going to be the hardest one to make there by a long shot, but I'll go ahead and leave that for now. Now, floral fertilizer from Botania. No way, we can get that really quick here. So that's going to be something, we can do this first quest in Botania, but to get anywhere in chapter 17, we're also going to need this quest here from chapter 15. So I'm not going to rush into that quite yet, but we are going to need some more of these cores and some more of these essences. So, and unfortunately, Holy Core is one of them. So we're going to have to whip up some more haste reagent, which is going to be the most annoying one, but we can go ahead and do it and then upgrade the tartaric gem once again. I just had a look at the quest guide, and apparently you can just transfer between them by right-clicking, which is nice. I guess it like smartly determines like which one is the biggest or has the most in it or some such thing. But there we go. So all the will we have is inside of this one, and I think we should have enough now. Maybe we need a couple more of these just to finish it off, but we should have now enough reagents to make our cores to upgrade. So let's go ahead and make 3 more. These holy cores, we don't have simple catalysts. You don't know how to make simple catalysts, but they're not too hard to make. So bronze blend, there you go. That should be pretty easily automatable. In here, nothing that I can see would mess it up or anything like that. So that's fine. Unless it's making more than one thing, I guess. Which it doesn't appear to be. That should just go pretty smoothly, I think. So, I guess the other thing we need is a lesser gem. Maybe it needs to be empty. It probably just transfers its inventory to the new one, though. But we can always just upgrade it and do all that cool stuff. Where did that... Oh, I must have gotten an XP from something, I guess. Okay, so that looks like it's gone well. And there are 3 cores. Reagents. Now, 3 wizard and 3 frost and 3 growth. Right? No. Which one of those do I not need? Frost. Okay. Just need 3 haste, which I already have. Good, good. And then just some more essences. Another thing that I think has slipped a little bit by the wayside that I'm supposed to have automated by now is aerogel, which is formed by placing lava in the ether. Now, unfortunately, there's a bug where if you place it with like a fluid placer, if you place it with a lot of things, then it doesn't work. But with a mechanical user, it does work. So we're going to have to set it up that way. Now, what is going to be the best way to do that? Well, let me just try it out for the first little bit here. I'm going to steal you just for some info, basically. And I guess we need a block breaker. Something. We're going to need something like that. That's fine. Block breaker should do it. I guess we're not going to have power, but I guess I'll have to set it like a power cell. But for now, I just want to have it sort of... I want to see how it works. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with a reservoir either. If it did, then I would probably just say, you know, whatever aerogel I need. Like, I won't automate it just yet. But it doesn't even work with a reservoir, so I would have to, like, put down the tank and then go, like, bucket, place, take place, and it would be pretty awful. So if you take a look, reservoir, it does not work. So just pick that back up. how is this mechanical user working? So generic click, right click, random slot. I guess we need a way to fill the buckets with lava. And then we need a way to put the buckets full of lava in here. And then place block, probably. Place block, right click, random slot. So let's just put in a few of these right now. Always on. Generic click. No. Use item on block. Nope. Activate block with item. Use item. Entity. I would expect it to be place block. That's not working either. Is it gonna work with the reservoir? Well. Alright, well, I guess I'll look into this. I don't think I super need to automate this right now, so I think for now I will just sort of do it myself. But yeah, definitely gonna have to get that set up properly in the future, just to keep you filled in. Finishing up everything I needed for these crafts. I needed some more of this arborealescence stuff, which was so hard to get because I had to craft these saplings and stuff. I had one silver bell sapling left. Planted it, broke all the leaves, didn't get anything. And then I was like, well, now I have to do all this, and now I need bluebells, and I need cloudberries, and I need energetic silver block. And that only gets me one, and then if that one doesn't yield anything, I have to do it all again, because these wildwood saplings, they're a pain in the ass in their own right. Like, if I have to make another one, I need to do another rite of spring ceremony from Totemic to make more of those, and it's just so much more of a piss off than it has to be, man. So I'm just going to go to Twilight Forest and have a look around for those. They're not super rare. Not as rare as the other stuff is in the overworld, so I should be able to find it in not too much time. But man, it really feels like I shouldn't have to do any of this stuff. Well, this is the second one I found in Twilight Forest now. The first one, I didn't think it dropped any leaves, or any saplings, and then I guess there was a bit of lag because then I got one. But they seem super rare from the Silverbell trees. Like, I just got one from that one as well. I mean, it's better than 0. Certainly, I'm not complaining about it, but I think I'm going to get these set up at a farming station as soon as I get back, because it really seems like it's easy to run out of these if your luck runs just a little bit poor, because it seems like the sapling yield is definitely turned down on them. I can't say for sure. Maybe I'm just getting very unlucky, but I don't want to take the chance. Well, we have one more thing to do before we can actually kind of finalize this situation here. So we can go ahead and make all this, right? Grab the orb. An orb. Can be any orb, I think. No, I guess the tier 2s need a better orb. That makes enough sense. So there we go. There's magical core. There's holy core. And there's environmental core. Now, if you're wondering why I sound maybe a little bit dejected right now, it's because I realized in order to actually make the higher tier gem, I need a lesser gem in order to provide the will. And I also need a lesser gem in order to actually make it, which means I need to actually make another one, which means I need to make another set of these cores. And it's as if I didn't know any better, it would be as if the game, like, specifically wanted to make me cry. I don't know if it, like, deliberately did all this, like, before you can, like, really truly automate this stuff. Maybe you can automate it now better than what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is the worst way to do it possible. That's certainly not unlikely, but man, if this isn't just horrible. Like, I guess what I can do to make this a little easier on myself is just teach the machines how to make the gem here. And then maybe I could sort of get away with having an easier time here. Because then I kind of wouldn't have to do as much like manual auto crafting, but a lot of this, it doesn't know how to auto craft, so maybe that's the problem. I just got to teach it. But like then really it seems like a problem with blood magic that the machines can't be automated as well as some others. It really does seem that way. But let's just go ahead and try this out. So if I try to make right now another lesser tartaric gem, right? So it's missing some of these reagents. So I should teach it how to make those. And then it's missing some buckets of stuff, which is fine. And really I should set up a few fluid transposers so I can automatically make buckets and stuff full of water and lava. That seems like a solid use of time, doesn't it? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows anymore? I decided, fuck it. I am actually going to make the 2 fluid transposers to make buckets of water and buckets of lava. That'll come in handy sometime. So now, if I go to make the lesser tartaric gem, it has everything it needs to craft this. Now, it would be so good if I could just let this go, sit back, relax, and just let it happen. But unfortunately, what I am going to have to do is babysit it the entire way through the blood magic machines. So proper automation for those is definitely a priority. However, it's so easy to say it's not super necessary right now. I don't know. Maybe it is pretty necessary. I don't know. These buckets, something has to be done about that. The buckets being left in here. I guess, I mean, if I'm going to have to babysit it anyway, it doesn't really matter right now, but I could easily just set up something to like automatically pull those out. Maybe necessary, maybe not. I mean, that went pretty well. Would you not say? This over here is going awfully, though. Yeah, I mean, this is just horrible. I'm just going to have to, like, pull all of this out and then just make it all myself. Okay. Was that this? Oh, no, you need a gem. Why do you not have a gem? It didn't get pulled out. Where'd it go? Did it get pulled out? Why would it be in there? I don't think it got pulled out. I did whitelist this, and the gem is not one of these things. What was this recipe? Oh, glass bottles. So those aren't even supposed to be in here. Where did those come from? Okay, well, this is fine. Like I said, if this has to be how it's done for now, so be it. I think it's a worthy trade-off. Maybe obvious, but I did go ahead and whitelist buckets as well, just to help clear this one out a bit. Because this one, it's easy because it all pulls from the same side. This one, I had to set up like separate conduits on here, which wouldn't be too hard, to be honest, but I don't have a filter on me, so whatever. Okay, well, there is the lesser tartaric gem. So it's actually really close now. All I need are these 3 cores, a lesser tartaric gem, and now I just need to fill the one that I have. Right? So for the last time for a while, I hope, I need to go fill this up, and then we stick this all in here, and then we get to the next tier. All right. That should be it. Now, I gotta say, high key chapter 15 is kind of draining my motivation for the pack, but better things are coming. It wasn't too long ago we didn't have any AE2 auto crafting at all, and it wasn't even long before that we didn't have even the passive auto crafting, and then we didn't have this base. You know, that's the way it goes. You slogged through some tedium for a bit, and then you unlock higher tiers of automation, and then it feels so rewarding because you don't have to do a bunch of tedious stuff, and then repeat until you beat the pack, and then I guess I feel accomplished for like 2 seconds, and it's all going to be worth it in the end. But anyway, there is the common tartaric gem. Pretty cool stuff. Now, it's not as bad because we had 2 lesser gems. Now, when I want to upgrade this, I'm only going to have to turn this one into a common and then upgrade the common, and then I'm going to have to, you know, upgrade one of the commons. Like, I'm never going to have to make another lesser gem, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the way that works because I can just upgrade this one into a common. No, but if I want to do that, then I know I do need to make it because I need another. No, because I can use this one to upgrade this one. Yeah, and they can kind of upgrade each other like that. So that's cool. I will just transfer all of this into the new one. That one can hold a lot, I think 1024. And, well, that gives us another one for free anyway, even though I don't really think we quite needed it. But that's that. So now we can make an incense altar. We've been able to make this for a little while, but I've been kind of avoiding it because I need to make more haste stuff. But that is what's gonna let us move on to some more stuff in Evil Craft, which is kind of, I do kind of like what they're doing with, like, there's a very clear, like, you have to do these two mods at the same time, and they're in the same chapter. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and turn this diamantine block into our diamond promise acceptor, and then we can call it here. So yeah, definitely some good progress today. It definitely, I mean, I say this over and over, but it definitely feels like a little bit of a slog. But once we get some actual nice automation set up with it, I think it'll feel a lot better. So, I mean, now that we have these reagents, we can start to make, the dusts, dull dust, bloody dust, right? We just need the neutral reagent. That's what we needed the common gem for. And now we have it. So we can just go ahead and make this looks really easy to make as well. Well, concrete. Yeah, that's going to be pretty easy to make. Very cool stuff. And then we can automate blood, even though blood, well, it's starting to get a concern. We're down to like 250,000 millibuckets. So it's starting to be a little bit of a concern there. But not hugely so. But yeah, we're close to the Ender Crafter here. That's pretty exciting. And then that's going to open up some mystical agriculture stuff. And then we're close to this other side of blood magic as well. I definitely think legitimate automation for blood magic is something we need to do, especially automating the will, like having to go kill stuff to fill up the will gem. Like this one holds 1024. It's going to take forever. I don't think that's really reasonable, but in any case, I will do some research and come back tomorrow with some intel, and maybe we can do it now, maybe we can't, but either way, we're going to press on. But for now, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.